Our top story tonight is about China. Its newest nuclear-powered submarine has sunk. But not recently. It sank months ago in the spring. The cause of the sinking is not clear. When asked, Beijing feigned ignorance. A Chinese foreign ministry spokesperson said he was not familiar with the topic. But Beijing's response is not surprising. After all, this is a major setback for China. It has been trying to expand its naval prowess, but recently uncovered satellite imagery suggests that China has definitely lost the submarine. Still, the mysterious sinking of China's nuclear submarine raises several serious questions. Why is China trying to conceal the cause of the sinking? Was the submarine carrying nuclear fuel at the time of the sinking? And why is China tight-lipped about potential nuclear risks? These are crucial questions. You see, China's attack submarine was the first of its new Zhou-class line of vessels. It was under construction at the Wuchang shipyard, located near the city of Wuhan. The Zhou-class submarines have a distinctive X-shaped stern, designed to improve maneuverability underwater. On the 10th of March, satellite images showing the Zhou-class submarine with its signature X-shaped tail docked at the port. But imagery from later in June shows that the submarine did not return to the pier. Where did it go? U.S. defense officials say that it sank. The incident was first reported by the American news outlet Wall Street Journal. It came to light after satellite images showed cranes trying to lift the submarine from the bottom of the river. According to reports, the unusual activity at the shipyard was noticed by Tom Shugart. He is an adjunct senior fellow at the Center for a New American Security. Shugart routinely studies satellite imagery of Chinese shipyards. He told American media that he had never seen a bunch of cranes clustered around one spot. In the satellite images, he also noticed the submarine's larger size and distinctive tail, which indicated to him that this was a new class of submarines. Reports say that while the submarine has been salvaged, the extent of the damage and the exact cause of the sinking remain unclear. A Chinese foreign ministry spokesperson said on Friday he was not familiar with the topic and did not provide any information when asked.
I'm not aware of what you have just mentioned. Next question, please.
The submarine's current status is not known. It's also not clear whether the submarine had nuclear fuel on board. Now, here's why this matters. Not only is the loss of China's first nuclear-powered attack submarine a significant setback for the country, the sinking also raises questions about the quality of China's military equipment, its training standards, and the internal oversight of its defense industry. As it is, China's defense industry has been plagued by rampant corruption. For years, you see, China has made the modernization of its military, especially of its navy and submarine force, its highest priority. The Xi Jinping regime seeks to build a world-class military on par with its rival, the United States. China's latest military power report says that the PLA Navy operates 6 nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines, 6 nuclear-powered attack submarines and 48 diesel-powered attack submarines. In comparison, the U.S. Navy has 53 fast attack submarines, 14 ballistic missile submarines, and 4 guided missile submarines. Most importantly, the entire American submarine fleet is nuclear-powered. China, for that matter, is also working on expanding its ability to produce new submarines. This is as the Chinese Navy retires older submarines. According to U.S. Congressional Research Service, China is expected to have 65 submarines in 2025 and 80 more by 2035. Now, these numbers have been drawn based on the growth of China's submarine construction capacity. Remember, China has the world's largest navy by the number of ships. Just to give you an idea here, the PLA Navy has 370 platforms. This includes 234 warships. In comparison, the US has 219 warships. China is also rapidly expanding its fleet of submarines, ships, and naval aircraft. No wonder then the US sees China as its long-term pacing challenge. According to a 2022 Pentagon report, the question that one can ask here is this: why does China need so many ships and submarines? Is it actually preparing for war? You see, Xi Jinping's China's biggest goal is to achieve maritime superiority, at least within the first island chain. That's the stretch of territory that extends from the Japanese archipelago through Taiwan and the Philippines to the South China Sea. And therefore, China's Zhou-class submarine that sank represents a critical component of its naval expansion. It is first of the new class of nuclear-powered attack submarines that was designed to boost China's undersea warfare capabilities. The Zhou-class submarines are part of China's broader efforts to build a blue water navy, a navy capable of projecting China's power far beyond its shores and counter American naval presence in the region. The loss of this submarine would basically represent a major embarrassment for China, to say the least. And that is why it remains tight-lipped about the loss. This response, by the way, is consistent with the Chinese military's practice of downplaying or outrightly denying mishaps, especially those that could tarnish the image of its military power. Well, it looks like the damage has been done. In Taipei, Taiwan's defense minister, Wellington Koo, confirmed that the authorities had monitored the situation. Koo said, and I'm quoting here, "We have a grasp of the situation through multiple intelligence and surveillance methods." He did not elaborate further, but Taiwan, under constant threat from China, closely tracks Chinese military activities, especially if it has to do with movements in the Taiwan Strait. In fact, experts have also raised concern about potential environmental and safety risks posed by the sinking of the nuclear submarine. While it is unclear if the submarine was carrying nuclear fuel, many speculate that it likely was. According to US officials, there aren't any signs that Chinese authorities checked the water for radiation. And this also raises additional concerns about transparency and accountability. Shugart, the man who first noticed the unusual activity in the Chinese shipyard, this is astonishing, according to him. He asks, can you imagine an American nuclear submarine sinking and the government hushing it up? Well, he is not wrong. This is a legitimate concern. Salvaging a submarine takes a lot of work, after all, before it can actually be put out to the sea again. Ultimately, China's naval buildup has been impressive, but the sinking of the submarine underscores the challenges that the country faces in matching the US in terms of undersea warfare. And it looks like China's naval modernization is not without its setbacks. And if anything, this incident will undoubtedly weigh heavily on China's naval leadership. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.